Hey everybody, Danny Bader here, just dropping in with a thought, out for a little morning run, and my mind is always racing there. So I've been thinking about something. I've seen a lot of quotes lately, and all around, our life is our story, and I often talk to people about that as well. And one of the interesting things I think is our life is our story, and we hold the pen, right? You hold the pen. So you hold the pen to write your story and write a lot of cool, great, wonderful, fulfilling things in there. And you also hold the pen to write your story through the challenging, difficult times, the proverbial shit shows of life. So I thought that was interesting. Now, in movies and in songs and in books, the creators of those really put a lot of thought into the first line. So what is the first line? And when I did some research on that, it said, it's a sentence or a thought that isn't a piece of writing. So a song, a movie, a music, it's that opening line. Now, when I also did the search, it was talking about what are some of the best opening lines for, dating apps and picking up men or women or whatever. I'm not talking about those kinds of opening lines. You probably have all those wired. I'm talking about the opening lines in our day. So every day you come back to life. And I'm pretty certain that as soon as you move from that unconscious state of sleep into the conscious state, that little voice in your head starts to go. It starts to narrate your story for the day. So my question for you is, what's your opening line every day when you wake up? What's your opening line? What's your opening couple of sentences? What's your opening paragraph? What's your opening page? Because I think when we start that first line, if it's not serving us well and it's not useful and it's negative, and we're fearful or we're concerned about something that's going to happen today, it's probably going to continue that whole way. So you want to pay attention to that. Now I talked about when we come out of sleep, right? That what we're saying to ourselves and what we're experiencing, has an impact on us. I believe that the words that we use, right? Then they feed our physical energy. So the mental energy feeds your physical energy and puts you into a state of emotion. And then it's from there that you act and you take action or you procrastinate, which is a hell of an action. But here's the other thing. I remember years ago, a good friend of ours, I was at gymnastics practice. Our daughter did gymnastics for a number of years, and one of the mothers there, whose daughter also did gymnastics, real good friend of ours, we were sitting there, and she was kind of like shaking her hands. And we were just talking, and she's going, "Oh my God, my hands are so sore, my arms and my hands." And so I thought, I said, well, were you doing yard work or what's the source of that? And she said to me, "No, I had a dream last night that I was hanging from a rope." So I thought, wait a minute, a dream, right, of hanging from a rope, and that experience and those thoughts about that has a physical impact on our body. So I would encourage you to pay, when you come back to life tomorrow and the next day, pay real attention. Be keenly aware of what's that opening line. There's a guy named Mel Fisher that was a treasure hunter, interesting character, and he found a treasure down in the Florida Keys. Search him. It was a bunch of ships that were coming over, 5 of them, and they sank. And he searched for a long, long time. And during that search, he experienced a lot of tragedy. He lost his son. He lost his daughter-in-law. He lost another diver when one of the boats capsized. He went bankrupt, and he had people trying to steal from him and all. And he looked for about 13 years for this treasure. Columbia emeralds, diamonds, silver, and everything. You search Mel Fisher. And throughout all that tragedy and all that searching, here was his mantra, right? So here was his first line: "Today's the day." So he would literally get up and say, "Today's the day." Now for him, it was today's the day they're going to find the treasure. And they ultimately did $450 million worth of treasure. So pay attention to your opening line, my friends. Write some good ones. It'll serve you well. Peace.